Evening, Al. Welcome to yet another show of Covers Off. How are you doing?
I'm fine, Count. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. So, cracker of a game today between Gujarat and Bombay.
Yeah, it's going to be a crucial game for at least for Mumbai Indians. Considering if they win, it will improve their chances of qualifying significantly.
And if Gujarat wins, do they qualify to the playoffs?
Yeah, I think it'll be a confirmation of them qualifying to the playoffs.
Yeah. So, yeah, just tell us about it is back on sale. So, how is that? Can you hear
Sorry,
me, Al?
I wasn't able to hear. Yeah, I think there was a
No, I was
break in your.
saying that the premium subscription is back on sale on Covers Off.
Yeah.
So, tell us about it because originally you had said it would be available only on 15th May, but
Mm,
given how well the premium subscription has done and due to
mm,
popular demand, you
mm.
had to open it about 5 days earlier. So tell our viewers about how premium subscription works and how it's been working for the subscribers.
I think we usually get a lot of complaints about how we're giving the same team a maximum of two combinations to a lot of our subscribers, right? We have close to 2,500 subscribers right now, and there is a lot of team clash that's happening on Dream 11. People have used all of the different kinds of methods to counter it, even our logo as their profile pic, but it just isn't working because there is a lot of subscribers that we have, and I keep telling them we are just giving out to 2,500 subscribers now, and it is a contained environment. We're deliberately operating all of this within the contained environment. In the future, and very soon we'll be giving out to 100K subscribers, and after that point you cannot control it. Maybe we'll have the multi-team generated option for our premium subscribers coming soon, where the covers of strategy will be applied to 5 to 6 teams, a minimum of 5 to 6 teams, and there will be different kind of strategies to apply to four more different teams. So we'll be ending up giving 10 different combinations to our premium subscribers in the future. But even then, your first team is the one that's going to make you money. This is something I keep telling to our subscribers. You cannot make money through all your combinations. You'll have to choose which is your best combinations and enter into all of the leagues that matter. So that's the one that's going to make money. So there is no way to control this. Even if you're struggling right now, imagine when we have 100K subscribers and 200K subscribers. So the only solution to this, you becoming a more versatile fantasy gamer. There are a number of different fantasy platforms at the moment where you could buy a player and hold the player's stocks, where you could play fantasy cricket drafts at the moment. We are partnered with Crick Battle on it. At the moment, actually, 2K of my money is on my line, but I'm not playing it at all. It's just the pre-draft order that's doing the work for me. So all of these different kinds of fantasy formats that you'll have to get used to it, and you'll have to diversify your money in the way that you cannot be just dependent on one fantasy platform. So when you do that, you'll become you would stop worrying about clashes. For example, I don't worry about clashes at all because I play on a 5 to 6 different platforms, and clashes hardly matter to me. And this is what we are trying to execute with premium platform, where we are covering a number of different fantasy platforms in a way that no one is anywhere close to covering. I mean, we are well ahead on just daily fantasy with covers of the other platforms. No one is anywhere. They have even not started it. So we have set up, and we are at a level that they'll never be able to match for 5 years from now, I think. So that's what we are trying to execute with premium subscription. When you join our premium subscription, and you'll get a lot more opportunities open up for you, and you'll have more ways to make money, basically.
Uh, Thanks for explaining that, Al. And with respect to features that are available on premium subscription, again, fantasy tools as an access available only to the premium subscribers.
Yeah, we talked about it some time back. We are just waiting for the basic and premium subscription segregation on the website, where basic subscribers will have standard subscribers will have a different login in a week of 4 to 7 days, and premium subscribers will have different login in 4 to 7 days. Once that's done, fantasy tools, which is available to a lot of people, to all of our subscribers right now, will be moved to premium subscription, because it's frankly costing us a lot, because a lot of people are using it. They're loving it, and it's costing us a lot, but it's still keeping it on standard subscription because there is no other way for us to do it at the moment. But once premium login comes in, we'll move all of that to premium login. So, and then fantasy tools and all of the different plans, all of the upgrades we have in mind for that for those tools will be moved to premium subscription.
Got it. And there are also a lot of inquiries that we've been receiving for HNIs wanting to play these private leagues. So tell our viewers bit about
Okay, that's something that we have started as well, fantasy fund management, and this is something that we have started. So there are people who are playing private leagues at a different level. For example, their bankroll for just a single game could be 50K to 1 lakh. So that cannot be just fixed by one combination that we are giving out on our website. So what we are doing is we are putting our best fantasy gamers on roll for them, and they'll be giving them 5 to 6 combinations to crack all of their requirements. So if you have a particular set of requirements that's different from traditionally how fantasy cricket is played. For example, there are people who still stick to the older scoring systems, who still stick to the older combinations. Where Dream 11 you could now pick 8 batters and 8 to 9 batters even. But for example, in the past, you could only pick you should have a minimum of 3-1-3-1, so that kind of combination. So all of these, there is also, for example, we have a crick battle scoring system that rewards strike rate and economy rate better. So to suit all of these, you'll need a specialized catering to the leagues that you're playing, and this is what we are trying to sort. We are trying to fix with this specialized fantasy delivery. For example, in the CSK versus uh, the the last game that they played, Dhoni only got 29 points in traditional fantasy scoring systems. But in the scoring system that we had, he got 190 points. It's because of the incredible strike rate impact that he had, and we basically have a better scoring system than any of the other fantasy websites have. So that's something that to play on this with our scoring system, you'll need a more specialized fantasy delivery. If you select a normal fantasy team, it may not exactly work with this scoring system. So these are the things we are trying to sort out with this specialized fantasy delivery. And in this case, the rate is per match. For example, you'll have to pay us per match to get whatever you need. You could have a slightly different requirement. We'll fix it whatever the requirement is for you. We'll have a specialized scheme for you, and coordinating with you on a daily basis to give you exactly what you need. But you'll have to pay us per match on this.
so it's more of a tailor-made offering that I approach you or approach
Mm,
Kawarzov and say that
mm,
these are the platforms I'm interested to play in private
mm,
leagues,
mm.
and based on that, these teams are and players' recommendations are given to these private clients one-on-one. Is my understanding
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. We'll soon have an exclusive article covering exactly what it is and in a detailed manner what you should do, how you should do. But if you're interested already, you can approach us. You can DM covers of, or you can DM any one of our support team in our Telegram channel. We'll start it earlier for you.
Yeah, that's an amazing offering for me to start participating in these private leagues, like you said, where the bankroll is much higher. This increases my chances of winning those leagues. So that's really good to know. So let me
Yeah.
bring up my screen. So your winnings have been breaking the internet. So
Yeah.
talk to us a bit more about,
I think.
especially the last game, Mumbai Indians. They smashed Bangalore all over the park. So what was the thought process behind it?
I think that's going to be one of my most favorite fantasy games that we have ever played on cause of and the strategy that we used to crack that game in particular. The majority was on Virat Kohli and Faf du Plessis, or maybe even on Cameron Green. Yeah, that's where the majority were. They had captained Kohli and Green, but we captained Glenn Maxwell and vice captain Surya Kumar Yadav. This is because of the fact that Mumbai bowl first. When you bowl first at Wankhede, this is going to be really useful for a lot of those listening today. There is enough assistance on the deck for new ball paces. So when you have a quality left arm pacer like Berendorf operating, there is a good chance that he's going to at least get one of Kohli and Faf du Plessis. That's exactly what happened. He got Kohli, and he could have got Faf du Plessis as well if not for the dropped catch. So that's the strategy that we are going with. We thought that, and also because of the fact Jofra Archer wasn't playing. Jofra Archer's raw pace and bounce usually troubles Maxwell. So when he was ruled out, Maxwell's fantasy potential increased right away. And the fact that Barendorf played, only made it more appealing because he was going to get the early wicket. So what we did was we captained Maxwell. We knew once he comes in, even if he comes in after the 10th or 12th over, all he needs is 20 balls to score a 50 against that Mumbai Indians bowling attack. That's what happened. And I think there was a century on offering there. It was missed out, and I was particularly furious with it. But that was one of the ideas behind why we captained Maxwell. and also because Surya Kumar Yadav has basically no threat in the RCB bowling attack. There is none of the bowlers that they have can get him. So all we need, like again with Maxwell, all he needs is 20 balls to score 50 runs, which is exactly what happened. He came in, he didn't look like getting out at all. He basically smashed RCB out of the game. And we can also officially, considering what has happened in the last 30 games, we can now officially declare that this is the best tournament. This is the most successful tournament that we have ever done in our 5 months.
Yeah, it was amazing to see Maxwell, hitting those slog sweeps against one in the Asaranga. So, like Sky also has that shot. So it's pretty much critical for a batsman to be successful to have those cross-batted shots against spinners, especially a leg spinner, to negate that spin
Yeah.
that they can extract out of the surface.
I think I was watching the game on Tamil commentary. One of the commentators made a really important point that because of the flag that Maxwell does all of those stuff, and even Sky, they essentially change the length of the spinners. The spinners get confused as to what their stock length becomes problematic for them, so they start moving away from their strength, and that further plays into the batter's hands.
Yeah, and what a knock it was by Jaishwal again taking down spinners. Um, Yesterday's game, it was an interesting move by Nitish Rana to open the bowling yesterday.
I think it's like you think normally what bowling teams think is that since it's the first over, traditionally batters see off, especially when it's a tricky deck, and so you could get a cheap over out early in the innings. But that's something that you cannot do against certain batters. Yashasvi Jaiswal is one. It's like bowling part-time spin to Virender Sehwag, thinking that you could get away with 1 over. That's exactly what happened. Jaiswal is not going to let you away, and he scored 26 runs of it, and basically that ended the game.
Again, we spoke about Abhishek Sharma, how well he plays spin. Again, Jaishwal, three quality spinners, was looking perfect out there. So I don't see a scenario, right, between Jaishwal's 98 and, Shubman Gill's 94. With Rohit Sharma being in such bad form, what should be India's opening pair for the World Cup? Shouldn't it be Shubman Gill and Jaishwal?
Yeah, I think I did a video and maybe an article on it as well. As soon as India's last World Cup got over, I think it's time for the likes of Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, and KL Rahul to move away from the T20 setup. They've been there for a long time, and Rohit Sharma, for example, is historically one of the worst batters in IPL. Although Kohli has much better record, it's the World Cup is going to be played on West Indies, where you need exceptional players of spin bowling. Kohli at the moment struggles a lot against spin when it comes to attacking, especially outside of the power play. So I do not see any role for any of those three players, KL Rahul, or Virat Kohli, or even Rohit Sharma. So all of these players need to move out and let the younger lot take over.
Yeah, I mean, they're breaking the door to get in, and the way Gaikwad, Gill, Jaishwal, the kind of IPL they've been having, they literally have to walk into the one-day team for the World Cup. That's going to be played in India, especially against spin, right? So they plays spin so well, and the 50-over game in India, obviously the opposition is going to bring in a lot of spinners into play to bowl in the middle overs. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. So
Yeah,
again, yeah, go ahead.
both the upcoming World Cups are going to be spin dominated. The one that's in India and the other one that's coming up next year in West Indies. So India will need exceptional players of spin bowling to handle it.
Yeah, so this is a game where you went into how you went ahead and chose burned off. When RCB batted first, so he was phenomenal. Again, I was looking at this information from the match sheet. Seven wickets, 7 overs bowled, and 3 wickets taken in the power play. So he has phenomenal record bowling in the power play. So again, if let's say Mumbai Indians were to bowl first, you could expect burned off to trouble Vidhiman Saha, even though he scored a power pack 80 odd runs in the last game.
Exactly. Saha's record against left arm new ball pace has worsened over the last couple of years. So there is a good chance that Berendorf could get Saha early, especially if Mumbai bowl first. Batting first, Saha would find it little easier because the assistance for new ball paces is not as much. But if Berendorf had to bowl first, then Saha is in for a tricky little period there.
Yeah, and that's what I read in your match report today. Saha, as you can see, against a left arm pace, right? So he's played 89 balls, scored only 122 runs, and that's an average and strike rate of just 24 and 137. So he does have poor returns against left arm pace, and that would be an interesting phase of play to watch if Gujarat bats first and Burndorf can extract something out of the Wankhede script bowling and the power play.
Exactly, and knowing Mumbai will also try and bowl at least 3 overs of in the power play. So it's not going to be an easy way to get out for Saha, or even I think Shuman Gill will have to take control. He's one of the world's best players of left arm new ball pace in this format. So he's someone who has to shield Saha a little bit because when Saha escapes parent off, there's a lot of bowlers that are in for a lot of trouble in that Mumbai unit.
Again, if instead Mumbai, Gujarat batting first, if Mumbai were to bat first, again you're given alert for Rohit Sharma against Shami. Shami has been in an exceptional form.
Yeah, it's brilliant to see him ball as well as he has done in the power play in the last 3 years. For a long time, his IPL record was mediocre, but the way that he has come back, the way he has bowled to all through the phases, not just in the power play for that matter. So it's been brilliant to watch, and I think both Rohit Sharma and Ishan Kishan will be in trouble if they are batting first today.
Just going through the last 1 minute we have with you, just going through the
I think your voice is breaking, Count. Maybe the problem could be my end from my end. I'm not sure. Able to hear you. I think my screen is frozen. Not sure why.
yeah, we had a little
Yeah.
bit of issue with the internet. So I was
Okay.
sharing the fantasy picks for the today's game, and about
Hmm.
more than five slots needs to be decided only after the toss.
Hmm.
So it's a crucial toss
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. It is, yeah. Who depends on who bowls first, as we discussed before. The one that's bowling first, the openers from the team that's batting first, will be in a little bit more trouble. So we'll be looking forward to getting in the new ball pacer from the team that bowls first. So all of these factors depend on the toss. And I think today we have given out more players than we usually do for IPL. There have been matches where we have given out only 3 to 4 players before toss. This is considering all of those. This is higher, but I think still it says a lot about the importance of toss in T20 games today.
Yeah, since you have a lot of work to do after the toss, and we're just 10 minutes to the toss, so we will leave you to that to do your magic for the subscribers of Covers Off. So good luck on another game. It was great having you on the show. Look forward
Sure,
to
Khan.
having you
Thank
on
you.
the show.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Al. Take care then. Bye.
Bye.